Welcome back, Texas. We are up bright and early on your Saturday, ready to talk all things business. And today's show was jam-packed with boss babes from across Texas that inspire, they influence. We network with women in business and female entrepreneurs. So first, let me welcome my amazing co-host, Wendy Morales. What's up, girlfriend?
Hola. So excited to be here with all of you.
Yes, and we have a special guest co-host today, Miss Michelle Hammonds out of Houston. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, everyone. I'm so excited to be a part.
You are the beauty queen and life coach with 250K followers on Instagram. Wow.
Yes.
Where you share tips and trends to keep your community on trend. How did all of this get started?
Thank you so much for asking and for having me. I first got started. I first gave my life to the Lord. I had no worth, purpose, and identity, and I knew that a part of my call was to be inspire and empower women everywhere to know who they are, whose they are, and to know that it is so essential to be beautiful on the inside and out. And I just felt like I had a very innovative way to show this. I started being a spokesperson for an anti-bullying organization, and I went all over the country teaching people how to live with integrity. And then I started having different conferences. I've had my own conference, and over 10 years of being a life coach, I have been able to develop programs, webinars, and I'm developing a different course to teach women to know their worth and teach them too that it's so important to take care of themselves, to live with passion and purpose, and to have revelation of who they are so they can follow their dreams without fear and really know that they are going full force to what they're called and created to do.
So you're a mother, and I love your story. This weekend, you're in this space because you're celebrating your 12th anniversary with your husband. You have 2 children. You also adopted 2 children. Talk a little bit about how you juggle the success, the love, the collaborations, and all of the amazing things you're building.
Yes. My husband and I were just talking about this, and it really is with patience, perseverance, determination, and a fixed focus on where we're going, not only as a family, but also in our businesses, because we have other businesses as well. And so at the beginning of last year, I really felt like I got this revelation about order, that when there is order, abundance follows. So when you get your home in order, your business in order, you have vision and a fixed focus. I'm all about a vision board, because when you see where you're going, you're going to lead in that direction. And I really teach my children to do the same thing, so we're all on the same page. And really respecting each other's time and honoring each other's gifts is so essential as well. So it definitely is a daily thing of helping my children recognize order, helping me stay on track, and giving myself grace. I mess up on the daily as a mom, as an entrepreneur, and just letting myself enjoy the process. It's a journey, and really just embracing every moment and enjoying it. Because you can get so caught up in your goals that you miss every small, precious moment. And we won't get that time back. So it's so important just to embrace every moment and keep moving forward. Just don't give up.
Ladies, this is good. Well, our next guest, she actually built the largest female-owned advertising agency in the country. And she is talking leadership, what it means to be a mompreneur, and a new women's executive development program at the University of Texas. Gaddis is coming up next.
Today, we're going to talk about forensic marketing. Those of you who are going to launch big things this year, you are now considering what is it that we should do to gain visibility so that we get more leads and more sales. You might find with so many options, and here's where forensic marketing comes in play. We consider the different trends, data, and we come up with a plan that uses reverse engineer to make sure that any marketing activity that you do It's going to be strategically planned to meet where those future buyers are. And many people say you are an integrator because we put together plans that are going to help them to see what sometimes creates a lot of overwhelm. So we simplify those processes for our clients.
You're at the table with Tommy Vincent, where there is always a seat with your name on it. Today, we are going to start our 9-week journey discovering ourselves. That may sound simple, like because you already know who you are, but I'm here to tell you there's so much more to know. And more importantly, the more you know, the more you will be able to live your best life. Today, we are going to start with a tool that I designed called the You Will. YOUWILL. You will be whatever you desire to be when you recognize that you are the key component to being what it is that you were created to be. On the 4th episode of my podcast, I had the opportunity to sit down with Gabrielle McBay, and we talked about standing alone is not lonely. And that is true. When you recognize that you are standing with yourself, and you have the power and you have the ability to become whatever you desire to become, you will embrace that. And sometimes that even means doing it when you have to stand alone, when there are no confirmations, where there are no cheerleaders, and it's you just saying, I'm betting on me. So I want to give you some hard work to go along with this week's affirmation. I will be the CEO of me. And that hard work is for you to identify something that you can do this week that is going to be your line of demarcation. That's going to be the marker that says, I'm choosing to be the CEO of me. I'm going to mind my business, the business of me. Make sure you tune in with me weekly for your weekly portion of soul food at Stay a While Podcast. You can also follow along with the podcast at Stay a While Show on Instagram and Facebook.
Well, welcome back to the Connect Show, Texas. So we are in for a treat. You at home as well. Gay Gaddis joins us on your Saturday. So excited to jump into it. So Gay, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you so much for having me. This is a real delight. Your energy level is very inspiring.
Well, your success and your background inspires us as well. So I want to talk about T3. Now, you led this organization, you founded it for more than 30 years, growing it to the largest female-owned, Women's History Month, largest female-owned advertising agency in the entire country. Now, I admire you so much because I'm in a place where I'm building something, and I would, right, ladies, don't we want it to be the largest in the country? So, Gay, you've got to tell us, how did you start T3? What made it so unique to where you were able to grow in such a way?
Well, let's dial back to when I started it. It was in 1989, and a lot of you don't remember this, but Texas was in a very deep recession. Things were failing, and it was a very tough time. And here I was in Austin, Texas, working for a company that was losing business, and I decided, you know what, I can do it a better way. So I cashed in a $16,000 IRA, that's all the money I had, and sunk it into this little business, T3. And at the time, we didn't really need another ad agency in Austin, Texas. And if you also dial back, Austin was a very sleepy little town in 1989, not much going on. But I was determined I could not fail. Failure was not an option. My family depended on it. And so we started on this journey. And I knew that we had to do the best work we could. We started working with hospitals because they were spending money at the time, and then picked up other business. We picked up a big account for us back in 1992, Dell. And with Dell, we started developing some of the very first successful online marketing campaigns in the country. And that's how we started to scale our business. When we talk about you want to grow, well, how do you scale a business? You do it by being innovative. and we were taking some of the digital learnings we had and parlaying that into some other larger companies. And I had to get out and knock on doors, but we sold the business that way, and it was meaning selling our work and working for great companies.
You are such a successful entrepreneur. You are a mompreneur. You are a best-selling author. You're a cowgirl.
Yes.
And an artist. What's next for you?
Well, what's next is, at some point you have to say, what am I going to do to really make a difference? And I've tried to make a difference in every footprint I've been in all these years. And you can see I'm in my art studio right now. I'm in a gallery that I built, and I've been very successful returning to my roots as an artist and selling art all over the world. And it's been a lot of fun doing that. And especially during this pandemic, I poured my heart and soul into a few things, and one of them was my painting. But the big news I have is that you want to pay it back sometimes. And I've watched women struggle, especially during the COVID pandemic, to balance, which we're all talking about, being a mom, taking care of elderly parents, trying to make it to the office or try to be on all those calls and do the things you have to do. And it's hard. And so I'm partnering with the University of Texas and a very good friend of mine who's a corporate giant, Lynn Utter, and we're going to offer a very hands-on, real-world leadership training program that kicks off in the fall at the University of Texas in Austin. And I'm so proud to be working with them. I'm a big Longhorn and excited to be back on campus, but we're hoping to make a big difference. We want to take women with 5+ years of experience, at least 5+, who are already on a leadership track, but they need that courage, the real world experience, the advice, the strategies, the negotiation powers, and all the things you have to take it up the next notch. And so we will be offering this to 40 to 50 women. And the application can now be found. We can make sure everybody knows how to get there, but it's at the McCombs Business School site. It's called Women Who Mean Business.
Okay, Gaddis, thank you so much for your time today. If they want to find you, reach you, buy your book, what do they need to do?
Just go to gaygaddis.com, and it's spelled Gaddis. Sometimes we get confused on our spelling, but www.gaygaddis.com, and you've got it all. It's got everything from art to leadership training to books to whatever else I'm up to at that given moment.
Oh my goodness, you guys, she's the best. Make sure you check out Gay. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Welcome to this week's Minute with Marcy. It's a new year, guys, which means new hair extensions. If you have not yet addressed your hair extension needs, please contact BRL Salon at 432-695-6775, and we will schedule you with one of our hand-tied hair extension specialists. So many big things coming, guys, with Real MC Hair Extensions. We do wholesale to stylists. So if you are a local stylist and you would like to learn the Real MC hand-tied hair extension technique, we offer classes. We are also opening our brand new wholesale office off of I-20 for easy access plus free local delivery. You will be able to pick up your hair extensions at BRL Salon or at our new office off of I-20. We'll see you next week, guys. Have a wonderful week.
I am a board-certified internal medicine physician and the owner of Rooted Fem, which is a membership-based lifestyle medicine practice. I'm here to give you a few helpful tips to try and eliminate processed food from your diet, because we know that those things, not only can they be highly addictive because they increase your blood sugar rapidly, and they're convenient, so it's really hard to get rid of them in your diet, but they're really bad for you. So here's what you need to do. When you get to the grocery store, pick out a couple fruits and vegetables you really like. Go ahead, as soon as you get home, wash them, and then cut them up and put them really easily accessible in your refrigerator. So now you have these easy options instead of the unhealthy easy options when those hunger cravings hit. Another tip is to swap out any of your processed flour options for healthier whole grain or bean alternatives. So instead of white bread, choose whole grain bread. Instead of regular traditional pasta, try a whole wheat or bean pasta. And you can even eat corn instead of flour tortillas and try cooked rolled oats instead of processed cereal.
All right. Well, welcome back to the Connect Show. We're off to a fantastic start, and I'm excited to introduce the next guest. I just love what she's doing. She says the best cure in the world is helping moms. And ladies, I know you agree with this. So welcome Ms. Hetty Hatch to the show. So excited to have you today. So you do so much, functional health, it's really incredible what you're doing. Share a little bit about, your business and how you got started.
Absolutely. So I didn't start in functional health. I started in fashion, and life sometimes hits us and it changes our course. And I had a daughter that was really struggling, and functional health is actually what got us back on track. So I went back to school. And I started working with children after I graduated, obviously, and with behavioral issues and ADHD, and that were throwing fits and all of these things. And I realized that mamas can't help their kids if they're in survival mode.
Mm-hmm.
And so many moms, especially if you're struggling, if your kids are struggling, you're in survival mode. And so I shifted and I turned my work towards helping moms, specifically rebuilding their health, figuring out what those underlying causes of disease are, and just what's really contributing to the way they're feeling, and helping them regain their health so they can better care for their families and be the woman and the mom they really want to be.
Talk about this postpartum revolution. I love these terms you've come up with. What do you mean by that?
So think about it. When we're pregnant, we have, I think, 15 prenatal visits, right? So we're going in and we're having all these checkups, and then we have our baby. And it's like we go in at 6 weeks, and then it's like, good luck. See you. And of course, our babies have well done, but we don't. And so what we have decided is that we have put together a team, me and 2 other professionals, and I'm doing the functional health, the kind of health coaching aspect of it. And then we have a licensed counselor that's going to do mental health checks afterwards to make sure mom is good. We'll be going into the home the first 6 weeks. And then a doula that's on board to help with I'm like, I need a doula. She does she runs errands for you if you need it, light housekeeping, some cooking. And so just really taking care of mama afterwards. But then mine and the counselor's sessions will go for the full year postpartum. So it will just make sure health, mental and physical health are in check.
I love that. So much good stuff. How can people reach you?
Absolutely. So you can reach me at my website. It's hatchfunctionalhealth.com, or the best way is Instagram, and that's also Hatch Functional Health.
I think the best way is Instagram for most of us, right? I love it. You have a lot of good stuff. You all make sure you reach out to Hetty. She's amazing. She's bright. She's brilliant. And she's creating a postpartum revolution, right? So you don't want to miss that. All right, ladies. So marketing your business, it's something we all must do. And our next guest is creating social graphics. She does web design. She does all of the things that you just don't have time to do. She's showing how you can work with her coming up next.
This week's tech tip is all about let's work smarter, not harder. And let's find technology that helps us in our daily work life. So one of those features that's available, it's called voice intelligence. I don't know if you've ever heard about it. So it's an amazing feature offered by one of our providers. And the great thing about it is that if you've ever been on a phone call with a client and you're having difficulties because they're talking too fast for you, or you keep having to ask them, what did you say? Or better yet, you get off the phone call and you think, oh my goodness, I don't remember if they said this. And I don't see in my notes that they did. Well, Voice AI is the answer to that. And the reason I say that is the whole time you're on the call, it's actually going to provide you a transcription of that call so that you can look back at it. So it's basically automatically taking notes for you. It's awesome.
Well, welcome back to the Connect Show, and such a good show, great information. I know as a business owner, it's difficult to make the graphics, design the website, right, ladies? Do all the things to keep yourself in front of your customer. Our next guest, Christina, she's the owner of the Social Post Marketing Agency. And she joins us today talking about, all the things, how she got started. Christina, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Yeah, so excited that you're here. Talk a little bit about how you got started, and things seem to have just all kicked off through Fort Stockton ISD. I love that. Tell us more.
Yeah, so I can tell you, I've had a couple of trades that I was pretty good at, and I actually went into, I was doing photography, and then I started working with the school district doing the website, and then also social media posting and marketing the school district. And then shortly after, I was working for a large company, this as for corporate doing marketing. And so this just all came in full circle. And I started the Social Post Marketing Agency in hopes to help those small to medium-sized businesses that can't really have that full force marketing team, where they're getting 40 hours a week. So we pretty much outsource this out to those small to medium-sized businesses.
Mm-hmm. I like that very much, Christina. Very important. And so what are some of the benefits that you could share with us for outsourcing marketing?
Okay, so some of the benefits would be able to kind of build a plan. When you come into business, sometimes you're just thinking about selling the product. And selling the product is very important, but how can we push that product? So, we need to think about options of marketing, and the digital world is just changing tremendously, and it's quickly changing. Your consumers used to go into the brick and mortar store, right? Brick and mortar. And now everyone wants to do everything online. You had those consumers who didn't even dare shop online, but because of COVID, that kind of sped things up and made people have to, it's almost like no option, but had to learn how to shop online or how to feel comfortable doing those things, that they found the convenience in it. And now you're going to have a lot more consumers going online shopping.
You have so much to offer, and I'm excited because we're collaborating on March 30th. Ooh,
yes, we are.
So excited. You're teaching all things marketing, right?
Yes, I am.
People will be able to check you out on our Facebook. She's going to go live from our Facebook. So it's going to be quite incredible. And I'm just honored that you're sharing. Yes, Wendy, we can't wait, Christina. So how can people reach you before we go to break?
Okay, so you can find us on our website at thesocialpost.agency, and also on Instagram at the Social Post Marketing Agency. So those are the two places, and you can even find us on Facebook, the same handle as well.
So up next, selling season is upon us, and our next guest is talking all about real estate.
Happy Saturday. I'm so excited to be back on the Connect Show, bringing you your Mortgage Minute. Today, we are briefly going to talk about the benefits of buying versus renting. And I'm just going to highlight 4 little things. The first one is when you buy, your mortgage insurance that you pay every month and your taxes that you pay every year are deductible. And when you're renting, you have no deduction. Number 2, you are building up equity in an asset that you own, not somebody else. Number 3, any increase in value when you sell obviously goes in your pocket and not someone else. And number 4, when you do all those home improvements, you paint, you make your home what you want, you're doing it to your home and you're not spending money on somebody else's home. So if you're interested in buying and getting out of the rental market, I would love to help you. Just give me a call or send me an email, and I will see you guys next Saturday.
So it is a very hot real estate season at the moment. And our next guest is a broker building big in Austin, Texas, with her real estate brokerage called Real Agent Real Estate. She's helping realtors close deals. Welcome to the show, Yasmin.
Hi, ladies. Thank you for having me.
Yasmin is in the building. Oh, we're so excited. So Michelle, take it away.
Yes. Okay, so this is 17 years in the making. Tell us about your brokerage company. We can't wait to hear what you've been up to, what you've accomplished over 17 years. That's incredible.
Thank you. Well, I have been in the real estate business for 17 years. I haven't had this company for 17 years, but I had a brokerage before this one, and a good friend of mine, Christy Baylor, who also had her own brokerage, and I decided to combine forces, and we created Real Agent last year in January, right before COVID hit.
Well, and what I love about your business is that it's 100% commission, right? For your realtors. And that's a pretty big deal. So talk about the difference in that. We have a lot of people looking to get into real estate, looking to find a broker to join with. You must have a broker on the team. Why does that matter? Share on that, please.
I mean, it matters because, again, you work so hard for your money. It's time away from your kids. It's time away from your family. It's the holidays. People want to look. So there's a difference on when you go with the bigger company and they offer you training, which is great. I mean, a lot of new agents need that training. We definitely do take new agents, but we're more geared to the seasoned agents that already kind of know what they're doing. They know how to do a contract. They don't need hand holding like every step of the way. So they already know what they're doing and they can keep that commission. We do have several like new agents that do require a lot more hand holding, but we kind of pick and choose those because, we see the potential and we're like, okay, it's our time also, so we will invest our time in those agents, but our company was mainly geared for the agents that kind of know what they're doing already, that they've been in the industry for a bit. They, if you give them the tools and the support, they just run with it and, they, again, keep their money. So
how can people reach you, Yasmin?
For our real estate, we are at realagentre.com, Instagram, realagent_re. For my pool company that we just started as well, it's islapools.com. So you can reach me in any of those places.
Yasmin, thanks for being here. We will take a quick break and be right back.
Morning, everyone. This is Christine Schwartz, your family law attorney of Navarrete and Schwartz here in Midland, joining you on the Connect Show. This last year has shown us that change is inevitable, and that's especially true after ending a relationship with children. After a divorce or a long-term relationship, you may be looking for a fresh start. If you have children, though, packing up your bags and just heading out of town will not be so easy if there's a court order involved. Child custody cases involving parental relocation can create a challenging and emotional family law case. But with the help of an effective attorney, you can get through. Many people often want to move for a fresh start because of financial reasons. It would be hard going from a 2-income household to a 1-income household. Other reasons might be to get closer to family because you need help with the children. The problem is, however, that when there are children involved or resulting from this relationship, it is likely that there are going to be restrictions on where you can live with these children. This geographic restriction is imposed as part of the public policy of Texas courts as a means to ensure that both parents have continued contact with that child. Should the court grant you the ability to move and relocate, then you need to be prepared that the court will likely put some type of arrangement or court orders involved where you're going to have to help in making sure this child has continued contact with that parent. I recommend that you talk to an attorney. Always feel free to call us at Navarrete and Schwartz. We're here to help you with all your divorce, child custody needs, as well as everything after that. Thank you.
We hope you have enjoyed our amazing show with our incredible guest co-host, Yasmin Hammond and Wendy. Let's high five. You're off on your trip to the right, to the left, whatever. You guys are amazing. You all at home make it a fantastic first weekend of spring. We'll see you right back here next week. Bye.